Hey guys, what's up? So this is my first video with this new camera, but this video is about upgrading my Bronco, the steering stabilizer. So yeah, I got this little Skyjacker set up. It's like 60 bucks over on Amazon. And I've actually, I'll get more into detail with that, but I've actually had that steering stabilizer for, I've had the Bronco for 20 years, so. And that's a Rancho, and I painted it black, but that thing was on the truck when I got it, so yeah, I feel a little bit more like a shimmy in the steering wheel. Not really shimmy, but more of like I can feel the impacts of the road. And I'll go into detail about steering stabilizers, why some people on the internet, on the Bronco forum, say you don't need them, but I completely disagree with that, because they're designed to absorb impact. You shouldn't use one to fix a steering problem. If you have a death wobble or something crazy like that, that's some other steering component. You should probably get that fixed or looked at. Alignment issues, but yeah, never use it to fix, steering problems. Pulling or all kind of stuff. It's really they're just to absorb impacts. And I guess I'll go more into detail of that. But let me show you this real quick. Alright, okay. I don't know if you guys can see that, but and a lot of Broncos, which is weird, I see for some reason mine is down here, and it's always been like that. It's connected to to the steering here, and it's actually connected to the I think it's called the not the drag link, it's called the track bar. So same concept though. It does actually work, and that's the same exact concept, but I noticed that in the other Broncos, they have it mounted here, and they're mounted to the drag link down there. So also look at this. Check this out. I don't think this is my original drag link in my car. I was looking at some of the other Bronco ones, and the stock drag link looks different on the end there. Like the I forget what they call the end, like the tie rod end. It's not really called tie rod end, but. Yeah, this one's actually pretty cool. It's adjustable though. It's sort of like there's like a spring in there, and this actually was on the truck when I got it. So I don't know if this is even the original steering thing here, but yeah, it's greasable, and you can adjust it on the outside. But I'll show you that in a second here. But so yeah, I feel like I'm getting a little bit more road impact, and this thing is very old, so that I'd change it out. But so. I think the people that say you don't need a steering stabilizer are freaking crazy. Because besides the fact that they actually absorb impact and make the steering wheel easier to deal with, the whole point of a steering stabilizer is to, absorb impact. And if you're absorbing impact, you're saving your components. Because if your steering stabilizer is here, you're going to save this area here. You're not getting as much impact in here. There's gears that go inside the steering gear, which mesh. There's a couple of gears that go this way and that way, and if you're hitting all the impact, you're whacking your gears that internally, and it's gonna follow that impact all the way up into your universal joints. And all the way into your steering wheel. Every single component in your steering wheel will take that impact. So why would you not want to have a steering stabilizer? Beyond me. So the guys that say that you don't need one, well, good for them, I guess. So the reason why I chose the Skyjacker, sorry, I didn't rehearse this video. I'm just talking. Alright, this is actually a 50-50 style shock. And what that means is it's equal pressure going either way. It's not like a nitrogen filled shock, and I'll go to that real quick. The nitrogen and why I didn't get like a Fox, because I already had Fox shocks. But yeah, I would have preferred a Fox, and I'll show you a couple of Fox up I have right now on my other truck. And if you're going to go with the single steering stabilizer with a nitrogen filled steering stabilizer, then it's pointless, because it acts like a shock and it wants to push one way. So what happens is it makes your car pull to one, like pull to the left, pull to the right, depending on how you have it set up. But Yeah, because it's under pressure like a shock, it pushes. So you don't want that in a steering stabilizer. You want it to be neutral. So, I mean, Fox does actually make a really expensive steering stabilizer called the ATS, which is, it's not under that kind of charge, but let me show you real quick. The only time you should have a nitrogen-filled shock, or steering stabilizer, sorry, is when you have a dual setup like that. So that's a dual Fox setup, and these are both nitrogen-filled steering stabilizers, but because there's one going each way, it cancels each other out. So, yeah, if you're looking to do a steering stabilizer upgrade, you're only going to do a single, don't get a nitrogen-filled Bilstein or Fox. So, yeah, you need to be able to cancel out. But the ATS is it's a really unique design, the steering stabilizer by Fox. But okay, so what I'm going to do is take the old one off, and I think I'm going to throw a coat of paint on there. I haven't done that for a while. You know, I live here at the beach, so I get lots of salt air and everything rusts really fast. So might hit some areas up where I haven't painted in a while, and get that thing on there. I'll show you when it's done. So cool. Okay guys, here they are, our side-by-side comparison, and this is made in the USA, that's made in Mexico. And one thing that's obvious to me right away is that this actually has a thicker shaft, which is probably a good thing, you know, versus this thinner shaft. But it is a steering stabilizer, so yeah, this is bent here too, but I don't know if that was on purpose or to clear it, or got hit or knocked. I mean, it's not going to affect the performance of this because it wasn't bent. Shaft is not bent here. But I did some painting, quick little coat of black hammer down there just to clean it up just a little bit. I'll get this going. Yeah, I don't know if that's the ideal place to have the steering stabilizer, because let me look at this real quick. It almost would act as a shock absorber as I'm going up and down. I'm actually pushing the car up and down right now, and it would actually almost act sort of like a shock absorber. So I might or might not put this thing in a different spot, you know, like the other spot where most people put it. So, but like I said, this was on the truck when I got it, so it was like that. So, all right, cool. Okay guys, so getting this thing kind of mocked up right now. Put the back on. This thing has about 8 inches of travel, so I need to make sure right now my tires are straight. So I drove my driveway straight, so it's about as straight as it's gonna get. Okay, that's almost perfect. So I need about 4 inches both ways. So you know, I need to be able to extend 4 inches that way, and this needs to be open 4 inches so I can turn both directions. So the main thing is I just need to be back right in the 4-inch range, and I wanted to do that with this stuff on there. So I think I'm pretty much good. I'm like right spot on, so I don't have to adjust this bracket up here. So if it wasn't spot on, then I'd actually unbolt this and I'd move it back and forth until I was, or at least very close to it. So, alright, cool. Okay guys, back here, and that's it, installed. I guess I wanted a shock that was in similar color to my Fox shocks, but... Alright, so now I gotta do a steering test. And what we need to do is make sure that the steering stabilizer is not acting as like the steering stop. Like the steering stops are actually working, and this thing is not preventing the steering from, I guess, articulating, I guess, the full length. Alright, so cool. Yeah, actually I like this new camera. It's pretty cool. Look at this. Look at the zoom on this thing. 57x zoom, advanced zoom, I guess. So I don't know what that means. I think a mechanical zoom is probably, I think it said like it was like 33, or what was it say on the camera? 32, and then 57, I guess, some sort of like, probably done in software, I guess. Okay, cool. So, yeah. I guess we'll see how it drives. I mean, if this thing totally sucks, I guess I'll come back on video and say it. So, okay, man, cool. Yeah, actually, like I said, I might or might not put it up here just because because of the way this thing actually is at, when it goes up and down like that, as you can see, it's actually almost acting like a shock absorber as well, you know. So, which, if it was connected to this thing right here, it wouldn't do that, because this is connected directly to the this is connected directly to the frame if I had it up there. So don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but all right, yeah, that's where it was when I originally got it. So, and it's worked fine for 20 years. So, all right, guys.